This morning, you can participate in a statewide tribute. It's to honor the legendary Dolly Parton by turning up your radio.
So while the state celebrates her life and legacy, we are also making Women's Suffrage Month and Tennessee's historic role in passing the 19th Amendment.
Yeah, we know, of course, Dolly was a passionate supporter of women's rights. Our Sydney Whitty's joining us live outside Grand Ole Opry land with the story of a special song that Dolly wrote about the movement right there outside the Grand Ole Opry. Good morning, Sydney.
Good morning. Exactly right, you guys. So back in 2018, Dolly wrote a song simply called 19th Amendment, and it was to highlight the battle that women face to have equal rights across the country. So that song is actually featured on a compilation album called 27, The Most Perfect Album. Dolly took pride in having opportunities in a male-dominated field and always gave back. And there's a weekly all-female singer-songwriter showcase called Song Suffragettes in Nashville doing the same. Organizers say women remain underserved in the music industry, and they are creating spaces for female artists to be seen and heard. But they say the biggest hurdle is still getting women onto the airwaves.
In 2014, country radio played 8% females in current rotation on their playlists. I mean, in a world where women are 50%, 8% is pretty egregious, right? So the deal was, let's just find the best, put them out there, give them more opportunity, and hopefully that'll move the ball for women over time.
More than a century after Tennessee delivered the historic deciding vote to ratify the 19th Amendment, Dolly's song honors the battle it took to get there, even as the fight for representation on the airwaves continues. So just in an hour, the roles are going to reverse, and instead of Dolly uplifting others, radio stations across the state will uplift Dolly at exactly 8 a.m. on the dot. Those radio stations participating will simultaneously play the song, I Will Always Love You. Live at the Opry, Sydney Whitty, WSA.